This is the story of a red silk rose. 2001, July, New York City, opening night, ladies and gentlemen, Natalie Blalock. The room is sold out, and I am standing in the wings asking myself, who the hell is going to come see me in this? Which, if you knew what it took to get to that night, is maybe the most insane question I could have been asking. I had spent more than a year building up this show from nothing. This was the night it either existed or it didn't. But there I was, 10 minutes before curtain, doubting the entire thing. I'm Natalie Blalock, Observation Optimist. 10 minutes before the show, I decided to gather everyone together, and I said something that I hadn't planned to say. I just want to thank everyone for being a part of this show. I am so fucking proud of what we've made, and I want to be honest with you. There's a 50-50 chance that people will walk out of here tonight thinking, what the fuck was that? And I'm okay with it, because not everyone is going to get my sense of humor. This show exists because I needed it to exist. This is my brain baby, and I was finally ready to take a shot at it. So, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now let's just fucking get out there and have some fun. It wasn't a performance, it was just true. I had stopped trying to convince anyone, including myself, that the outcome was the point. Showing up was the point. And as it turned out, the room loved it. And when everything was said and done, I went downstairs. There is always more to the story. This is the part I almost never tell. I opened the door to the dressing room, and on the floor, in the middle of the room, was my red silk rose, ripped up and thrown down. Someone had made that specific decision. I wore that rose with 98% of my outfits. It matched my lipstick, my hair. It made me feel like myself. For a moment, I froze in the doorway, and then I bent down and picked it up and decided to just put it in my bag. I never said a word about it. Not that night, not ever. I had my suspicions about who did it, and I want to be clear, I am not a saint. There was a moment standing in the doorway where I felt something very sharp burning inside of me. But the feeling that followed was very new to me. Whatever is happening inside of that person right now is so much larger than this rose. The pain that would lead someone to do that on a night like that, to someone they chose to work with, that pain is not casual. That is a person who is genuinely suffering, who looked at my joy and couldn't hold it, whose own story in that moment was so loud that it felt like this was the only available response. I've thought about that rose for 20 years. Every time I come back to it, I think about what it would feel like to be the person who left it there, the residue of that moment, living inside of you long after opening night is over. That is the thing I would not trade places with, not for anything. We are always the common denominator in our experience of life. Not sometimes, not when it's convenient. Every single time. The person who ripped up that rose, they were the common denominator in theirs. Now what? You go to bed with yourself every night. You wake up with yourself every morning. You are the only thing that has been present for every single moment of your life. The good ones, the ones you don't talk about, and the ones you've blamed on everyone else. I'm not saying that to make you feel bad. I'm saying it because it is the most useful thing I have ever understood in this life. You change the town, the job, the relationship, the apartment, and for a while, it works. And then one day, you're standing somewhere new, looking around you at circumstances that feel remarkably familiar, thinking, I can't fucking believe this is happening again. The question is not, why does this keep happening to me? The question is, what am I bringing with me? What if you handed that story back? Not because they don't deserve accountability, but because you have been the one dragging it, and it is heavy, and you have somewhere more important to be. The version of you on the other side of that pattern is someone you are going to want to get to know. Everyone around you will feel the difference, and when they ask what changed, and they will ask, you're going to know exactly what to say. I'm Natalie Blalock, Observation Optimist.